Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Odafe Owe with a stump. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Odafe Owe with a stump. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Third and short, here's Purdy. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And got his man, that's a San Francisco touchdown! The 49ers get the game's first points here in the second. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Fred Warner. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, Henry. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens with work to do on 2nd and 12.
Don't worry. Ready.
Set up. Lamar out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they face second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that brings up 4th and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Lamar throwing again. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
First down throw by Purdy. Brought in right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go, here we go.
Purdy throwing here on first. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Back to the air on second, Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw again, it's Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Third and long, Purdy. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. First down throw for Jackson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
And his kick is good, and what a first half that was as we officially go into the locker rooms now, all tied up. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Shut up!
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff now to the receiver. And he gets them the first. Not the biggest gain on the reverse, but it got what they needed.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Alpha, sit hot!
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Oh, we're ready.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Ready, shot!
Pistol snap to Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 3rd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play fake, Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Jackson now on 3rd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. Kearshaw on the slant. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Now a give, it's McCaffrey headed right. And they had that one contained right at the line, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's 49ers football, and we'll see if they can close things out for a win. 3rd and 4 coming up now. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Moody knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. From the gun, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
This finds Likely. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens down by 10. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Jackson yet again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Put the body on the line for his team. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Gotta hurry this to the line. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Slot man motioned over. First down from the red zone. Quick slant complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Baltimore.